So she is the founder of Calm Leadership, and that is trademarked, and the Lori Landin Foundation, also trademarked, and a leadership strategist dedicated to helping leaders navigate complexity with clarity, stability, and purpose. She's also a conductor and performer and the founder of the Musical Arts Performance Company. Lori holds a master's degree in music conducting, where she developed a deep understanding of orchestration and alignment that would later inspire her leadership philosophy. Through her work as a speaker, advisor, and media host, Lori has developed a powerful framework known as Calm Leadership, built on the belief that true power in leadership comes not from control or intensity, but from inner stability and disciplined service. I love that word, discipline. Drawn from her experience on the conductor's podium, Lori teaches leaders how to guide teams the way a conductor guides an orchestra, bringing talented individuals into alignment so they can create something extraordinary together. Her keynote, Calm is Power, The Conductor's Guide to Leading Through Complexity, offers a refreshing perspective on leadership in a fast-paced world, showing how calm, clarity, and service can transform noise into harmony. Let's welcome Lori Landin to the virtual stage. Lori, the stage is all yours.
Wonderful. Thank you. Imagine you walk into a room and it immediately changes. The noise settles, people focus, clarity appears, not because you command attention, but because your very presence creates stability. The most powerful leaders in the world don't confuse noise with strength. They understand calm is power. I learned this myself through music. There was a moment during a rehearsal that changed the way I understood leadership. Now imagine for a moment standing in front of world-class musicians, many of them. My orchestra was preparing to perform a piece that required dozens of musicians, multiple sections, and precise timing. Every player was talented. Every instrument carried its own voice. But during that rehearsal, something wasn't working. The violins rushed ahead and the brass entered too forcefully. The woodwinds struggled to find their place. Each musician was skilled, yet together it just lacked harmony. So we stopped. As I stood there on the podium, I looked across the orchestra, rows of musicians waiting, not for instructions about their instruments, not for someone to play their part for them. They were waiting for something else: tempo, clarity, direction. At that moment, I realized something remarkable. As the conductor, I'm the only person in the room who makes no sound at all. I don't play a single note of the music. Yet the entire orchestra depends on my presence. Not to dominate them, not to control them, but to bring alignment. I lifted the baton again, but this time I focused on something different. Calm. The tempo slowed. The gestures became clearer. The orchestra began listening to one another, and suddenly the music transformed. Same musicians, same instruments, same score, but now there was harmony. As the conductor, I could see the whole system. I understood the strengths of every musician, and I brought their talents together in harmony. That was the moment I understood something that would later shape my philosophy of leadership, because true leadership isn't about control. It's about orchestration. Leadership is not about playing every instrument. It's about helping everybody else play together. And the most powerful thing that a leader can bring into complexity is not intensity. It is calm. When things get loud and messy, a leader needs to be the quietest person in the room. Now, if we look around today, and much of what we call leadership, it doesn't even look like orchestration. It looks like noise. And what does noise look like in leadership? Pressure, urgency, reaction, leaders trying to push harder, move faster, speak louder. But here's what I've learned after working with musicians, leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and organizations. Noise doesn't create great leadership. Calm does. Because calm leaders think clearly. They create stability and uncertainty. And when a leader is calm, the people around them become more capable. That realization became the foundation of calm leadership. And at the heart of calm leadership is the model I call the conductor's principle. The conductor doesn't overpower the orchestra, they orchestrate it. They see the bigger picture. They provide clarity, tempo, direction, and a calm presence. They understand the strengths of every musician, and they guide the energy of the room so that individuals become something greater together. That is leadership, not domination, strategic orchestration. Great leaders don't try to do everything themselves either. They bring together talented individuals. They guide energy, direction, and purpose so that the group performs at its highest level, just like an orchestra. They bring alignment so many voices become one powerful result, but they do it through inner stability. They do it through calm, because calm is not weakness. Calm is strength that has learned discipline. After years of watching leaders struggle with complexity, I realized that leaders who thrive don't exhibit the characteristics of a commander. They behave more like a conductor, and a conductor leads in a completely different way. When a leader develops that inner stability, they gain the ability to guide people towards something greater together, just like a conductor guiding an orchestra. Now, from that idea, a framework began to emerge. That framework is built on 4 pillars that support calm, powerful leadership. The 4 pillars of calm leadership are stability, service, orchestration, and legacy. The first pillar, stability, also inner calm and self-governance. Leadership begins inside. If a leader is reactive, emotional, and scattered, the organization will be too. But when a leader is grounded, when their inner world is steady, that stability becomes contagious. Calm is not weakness. Calm is strength under control. Calm is strength that has learned discipline. The second pillar is service, leadership as stewardship. Leadership is not ownership, it's stewardship. The most effective leaders understand that their role is not to elevate themselves, it's to elevate the people around them. When leaders serve the mission and the people they lead, then organizations can thrive and flourish. The third pillar is orchestration, alignment of people and systems. Just like the conductor, great leaders recognize talent, coordinate strengths, and create alignment. They bring together extraordinary individuals and help them perform in harmony. They create clarity. They create rhythm. They create alignment. And when alignment happens, the impossible becomes achievable. The fourth pillar is legacy, enduring leadership impact. Short-term leadership focuses on immediate results. Legacy leadership asks a different question. What impact will still be felt decades from now? Legacy leadership changes how we make decisions. It moves leadership from ego to contribution, from success and speed to significance. It's grounded in service, stability, and the belief that leadership is not about standing above people, it's about lifting people up. Now, this philosophy and framework has actually become a mission. For me, that mission is expressed through the Lori Landin Foundation, a global nonprofit organization serving those in need worldwide. We save lives. We transform lives. It has become a legacy, resulting in lasting impact. I am living a life that outlives me. Now, if we cultivate calm, principled leaders, we create stronger communities. The world doesn't need louder leaders, it needs steadier leaders. Leaders who can bring clarity in chaos, who can unite people around purpose. Leaders who understand that power is not about control. Power is the ability to create positive change. Now imagine a world where leadership looks more like an orchestra than a competition or a battlefield, where leaders elevate people rather than overpower them, where calm is recognized as the highest form of strength, where it becomes the source of strength, where leadership is measured not by authority, but by the harmony it creates. So today I leave you with these thoughts. In every organization, in every team, in every moment of leadership, there is a choice. And as the leader, you will need to make that choice. Are you creating noise or are you creating harmony? Will you attempt to control the orchestra or will you conduct it? Because in the end, leadership is disciplined service rooted in inner stability. And just like the conductor, when a leader finds their calm, they don't just lead people, they create harmony. Remember, calm is strength that has learned discipline. Calm is where vision begins. Service is how we lead. And great leaders ensure the music continues through legacy. Calm is power. Thank you.
Fabulous. Wonderful job. Let's